All right, this video I'm going to go over the general layout of the declaration tool. First we have next semester and it toggles to this semester. If you choose this semester, a reminder comes up that you can only declare a student into a major within the first 10 days of the semester. The only time that you would want to change this to this semester after that date is if you are undeclaring a student. Undeclaring and declaring happen from within this same declaration request tool because we have a section for from major and to major. By default, it is going to be grayed out here because a lot of students are going to be undeclared, at least in the office that I work in, the general advising office. If you need to change this because you're a major advisor or you happen to be working with a student that's already declared, you can toggle this from undeclared to declared. Again, a reminder is going to let you know that if you are doing this, that you need to choose secondary as the student is already declared in their major. And we don't declare students from a major in a primary sense. This wording is a little bit strange to us because I don't think we really referred to students as primary declaration or secondary declaration, but you can think of it as all students who are undeclared are the primary, the first declaration. Any students who are already declared are secondary declarations, meaning they've done it already before. And so if you are changing this, be sure to change that to say secondary. This is incredibly important because the process that this goes on is a little bit different depending if you choose primary or secondary. As an example, the major offices, when they declare or undeclare students, they are typically working within Banner themselves, whereas the Office of Academic Advising, when we declare, the information is being sent to the service center who does the Banner information input. So another way to look at this is if you are a major advisor, secondary is likely to be what you need to choose, and if you are a OAA advisor, then primary is likely what you need to choose. By default, it's on primary, and undeclared is the status. The next four fields are the student's information. Pretty straightforward. You can just type into the different fields here, and doesn't do any validations at this point, so make sure that you are typing the information in correctly. The phone number, it doesn't matter if you put the parentheses and all of that, but just make sure that it's there. This we didn't used to require, but there are offices who need this information, and so please put it in as you declare students. If they don't have a phone number, I think the best solution here would to be just write NA. They don't have one, but you do have to type something into the field. Okay, next let's go over declaring a student for the first time. You will go to the to major section and you can choose from a list of different degrees. You can also search for the degrees. Okay, and so they're all within here. This list is going to be updated as I receive information, so if you notice something that is incorrect, please just email me, let me know that so I can take care of it. In the future, maybe we'll have a solution where more people can make changes to that, but currently I am the only one who can make changes. When you choose a major, depending on what you choose from this list, you may actually get a prompt and more information about that degree because not all degrees can we just simply declare them. So in this case, I chose a music degree, and for all music degrees, they need to have an audition. And so the audition form will launch if you click on the audition required field here. Okay, that takes us out to the information on the audition requirements. I think that that's pretty useful if you want to pass that on to students. There's also a music audition sign up page, which is just there as well. If I choose a major that just has a pre-status, such as some business perhaps, or accountancy, it's going to remind me again that this requires an application, or we could declare them in a pre-status. And to please ensure that you're following the proper procedures for declaring them, because certain degrees we cannot declare outright. Again, I'll give another example. So nursing, we could declare pre-nursing, but we couldn't just declare into the nursing BS program. Again, it's going to give me that same warning up here to remind me that we need to follow the proper procedures. At this point, I don't have it set up to do a built-in minor, so I do give you a reminder here that there is a chemistry minor built into this major, but it's not set up to autofill this minor just yet. That is something I plan to add though. In addition, if you choose a degree and you click on the information tab, it's going to take you over to the admissions requirements for that degree, and so you can see that you are in fact meeting those requirements in order to declare them. So if I choose a different one and choose that, it's going to go over to the anthropology one. It's going to give me the requirements just as a general reminder. The information below are all the various different codes that we need, and so you won't be messing with that. The system already knows all of these codes, and so it will automatically fill out the paperwork accordingly. Finally, you have some major or minor search options, and again, this gets updated as we find out information. It's slightly different because it does show us the email address that pertain to these particular majors or minors, because we do have some interdisciplinary minors that go to specific people. And again, if you find out that that needs updated, just let me know. And then we have the bottom extra information about the student. Students that are not in good standing cannot declare as a primary source. So for the very first time, if they're not in good standing, you are going to get that's not really a possibility. Of course, it doesn't do that if we change it to secondary and I change this to not good standing. I get no pop-up because in this particular case, the student could be undeclaring. To go over what undeclaring means, we can simply change this, pick a major, and for that you will want to change to undeclared over on the major. You can leave everything else the same, but you do need to choose undeclared, and that will get them sent back over to the Office of Academic Advising to be reassigned to a new advisor. But fill out the correct information pertaining their majors and their minors for what they were currently in. If they're planning to get a teaching certificate with any of their degrees, just toggle the correct teaching certificate one. That is an overview of the different boxes that you have to fill out. Anytime you make a mistake, if you want to just clear it, it'll just clear it right out for you and reset all of the fields. Next, we're going to go over how to actually declare a student, and then what are the steps that happen within Teams.